Good afternoon. Is I audible? Vankari sir, good afternoon.
Rakesh ji, good afternoon. Wankhede sir. Am I audible? Wankhede sir? Yeah.
Is I audible?
Yeah.
If possible, kindly also give the permission to Rakesh Kumar Jha, because
Yeah.
I have logged in with the two devices.
You are co-host now. You are permitted for the sharing and all.
Thank you.
मला अनम्यूट करा. हॅलो. याच्यावरनं करतो काही विषय. येस, थँक्यू. आता तुझं लॉग झालं. हो, पण कसं लॉग झालं. लाईव्ह नाही झाला म्हणा इव्हेंट.
काय झालं?
युट्यूब लाईव्ह नाही झाला. किती झालं?
झाला असेल सर. ठीक आहे सर, चालेल.
A very good afternoon to all. I, Professor Swati Baste, welcomes you all for the expert session on green communication in 5G and beyond 5G, organized by SNJB's College of Engineering, Sanwar, in association with Institute of Engineers, that is IEI. I now welcome Dr. R.K. Agarwal, Head of Department ENTC, to please give the welcome address.
Thank you, madam. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Respected Principal Sir, Dr. M.D. Kokate, Dr. Wankhede Sir, Member IEI, Maharashtra State Center, and today's research person, Dr. Rakesh Jha sir from IITDM, Jabalpur, and IEI members and dear participants. On behalf of SNJB KB Jain College of Engineering, Chandwad, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for the session on green communication in 5G. Dear friends, as the data traffic on communication network is increasing every second, the power source of the network should be able to handle the traffic load. Power consumption for communication network sector is set to increase significantly by 2030. Therefore, energy efficient network design has attracted attention from researchers in recent past. Today, Mr. Jha is going to enlighten us on this topic. So, on behalf of SNJB and IEI, I warmly welcome Dr. Jha sir. Welcome, sir. I
Thank
also
you.
and thanks Dr. Wankhede sir for his support. From SNJB, I warmly welcome all IEI members and participants. I am confident that you all enjoy today's sessions. Thank you. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Yogita Rathod to kindly introduce our guest, Dr. Rakesh Jha, to us. Madam.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of SNJB's KBJ College of Engineering, Chandwad, and Institution of Engineers, India, I, Mrs. Yogita Rathod, take this opportunity to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Rakesh Jha sir. Sir is working as an associate professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Jabalpur. Sir has been listed top 2% of researchers in the world in field of networking and communication engineering. He is carrying out his research in wireless communication, power optimizations, wireless security issues, and optical fiber communication. Sir has received Young Scientist Award by ITU in December 2010. Sir has received an APN Fellowship in 2011 and 12 in Sri Lanka, 16-17 China, 18 Singapore, and 2019 in South Korea. Sir is senior member of various professional bodies like IEEE, GISFI, SIAM, IAENG, ACS, CSI, etc. Sir has published filed 8 patents, out of which 4 patents are published. Sir has more than 10 years of rich academic, industrial, and research experience in various institutes, including NIT Surat, Capgemini India Private Limited, and SMBD University. He has also served as an organizing member and a TPC member for several national and international conferences. Sir has guided more than 5 PhD students. I heartily welcome Dr. Jha sir for today's session. Also, I am thankful to Dr. Wankhede sir and Principal Kokate sir for providing this opportunity. Welcome, sir.
So thank you, Yukta, for detailed introductions. First of all, I would like to thanks Principal Sir, Dr. MD Kokate Sir, Dr. R.K. Agarwal Sir, and my dear friends Wankhede Sir, for your once again thank you for inviting me. Since already we are 15 minutes, I'm just able to start. If you give the permission, I will start my sessions. And in today's session, I will not teach anything, I want everyone will be involved so that some interactive sessions will be, and it's very beneficial for IEI, because I know that IEI has great objective for the future scenario for the society and for the country. So on the same alignment, I'm going to first in the first half in 30 minutes. I will provide some real-time prototypes so that you can understood how much skills is required. Under me currently 2-3 startup is running, and we are looking for the skills persons. And but it's very difficult to find any skills person. So sometimes I thought and just listen, got the information from news and paper. There's no jobs like that. But in my view, if you have the good skills, a lot of jobs is available. So first half, since this is also related for your first year and MTech and PhD students. So I will show the some real-time prototype how the game communication is required, and that has been developed in my lab. After that, I will give the a practical scenario of game communication of it. So see, this is the one case when the patient is lying on the bed. So let us assume that we will consider one patient. If they are very different conditions, if the condition of the patient is not good, they will lie in the bed. If they after 30 days or 15 days, if they will feeling comfortable, they can walk, or by the help of wheelchair they can move from A to B place. And the third case, when they will full fit, and there's a certificate from the doctors, yeah, you can walk in garden and you can run on the road. So in all these cases, to get the information is really important, so that doctors can analyze what are the things is going on. So this is the live examples. So, and anyone have the any questions, please let me know, because to give the long lectures, there's no meaning, right? So, and I will ask to anyone who is in this meeting, right? Okay. So the first case, when the patient is lying on the bed, and see here the foot sensors, and wrist sensors, and there's a interface, and anyone can ask about this setup. I can give the guidelines. No issue.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
Sir,
okay. My
have you
screen,
started
yeah,
your screen?
Okay, okay. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Okay, 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 okay. Now is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the first case when the patient is lying on the bed. To see. Here you can able to see the foot sensors, wrist sensors. There's the interface devices, and you are able to see the graphs. So here, when the patient is lying on the bed, is the constant graph you are able to see, right? So this is the case one. Now we will move towards the case two. Next standing. This is the condition when the patient is just standing with the help of your ward. They are not able to move. So here you are able to see. So there's a high fluctuations when they will stand. When they were lying on the bed, smooth, then sudden fluctuations is there. Now the patient is able to walk and move the positions. Now see, Here the spikes will become. So when the high fluctuation will there and the sudden fluctuation is there, then optimizations of the power is really a requirement. Okay, so this is the, I think you all are able to understand what is the actual, actual scenario of the healthcare questions. Case 1, case 2, and case 3. Hope all you have understood. I will ask the questions in later phase, and so that everyone is can able to understood. Okay. Now, second one is the case. This is the the general case when we have filed the first patent on this automatic sanitizer machine. Now everywhere you are able to see, but we are able to uh, develop this with the garbage. When 2020 February March, I have just remember, you can just see in my YouTube channel, we have developed in within 2-3 days and filed the patent, and now this is available for everywhere, and I was not restricted the patent for anyone. And this is the C. See, this is the garbage. That is, we have no any such devices, so we'll use jug, and this here is the switch, relay switch is there. Arduino is in the different parts, and ultrasonic sensors will be help out. So this is the first sanitizer machines we have developed in 2020 when COVID was just in came into the picture. So why I am able to we are here to show this different type of prototypes, because finally you will read anything in the books, but the skills is very very important, and how you can help to the society, how you can help to the country, that's really, really important. So this again, last time I'm showing this, when this will judge the distance, and there's a one very big story. We have no we have no we have no any pipe for transmission. So refill, pen refill, we are using the pen refill at that time, because that time very difficult to go outside, everywhere the curfew are there. So just thought about that days, how much we are in the difficult positions. But skills never, no one will stop your skills and your knowledge and your about your research part. So just see this lead that was been incorporated with the your lead paint. So this is the your second motivations. Hopefully the BTech or students has motivated about this. And last one, we have developed at the same time about the mass detection system. So just observe, when see where the mask. Now sometimes maybe some person will be just close the mouth so that they are not able to detect by the automatic machine, but here no mask, they have shown the 100% no mask. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now mask again. Now see, the some persons have uh, beard with the highly dense beard, but still they are able to show the no mask. So this is the accuracy of this project, right? So what why I am able to why you people are looking for this project, because these days who's are related to polytechnics, BTech or MTech students, please don't concentrate about your thesis. Please concentrate about your projects, your prototypes, so that you can develop your startups, right, and incubated somewhere, and give the solution to the country, and a lot of scope is there, right? So hopefully the first part I have shown about real-time prototype. You people have understood the concept. Now I will move by today's topic. Okay, so first I will ask some questions to anyone, so that if don't mind, if anyone is the teacher, please forgive me. Otherwise, please give the your feedback. So Hemant, are you there, Beto? Hemant, are you there, Beto? Hemant Kadam. Ma'am, could you please unmute Hemant? Because otherwise there is no meaning of there is no meaning of this lectures if I will not interact with it. A lot of noise, so I will move to other students. Then we'll start. Sarthak, Sarthak, are you there? Sarthak. Okay, so I think he's not audible. Okay, no issue. So everyone, all the researchers, please type in your. Everyone have the mobile. Everyone have the mobile. Please type. Please type, and everyone please type. Please, everyone type star hash 07 hash in your mobile. And anyone will be please align with me, ma'am, co-host, please align with me for anyone, any candidates, so that I can discuss with them and then explain. Other anyone please. Dhananjay sir, have you typed this star hash 07 hash?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are
It
the
is showing me
information? Yeah, what are the informations you received?
I have got one notification box on my screen. It is showing SAR and two values are seen on the screen. 1.08 W per kg at
What are the values? What are the values?
in the bracket head.
Yeah, what are the values?
1.08.
Take minute, sir. 1.0.
1.08, sir.
Oh, that's really dangerous. Which phone you had?
Yeah.
Which phone? Which model you had, sir?
I have Vivo.
Vivo. So please.
Vivo.
Okay. No issue. So thank you. Deepali Wankhare, please. If you have typed, please give the information, please, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Or anyone want to share other informations? Because otherwise we are not able to learn something. Yeah, please. Otherwise I have PPT. I can move PPT 1 to 60. No issue. It depends on you people. You want to learn something here and goes otherwise I will start my PPT. So anyone after Dhananjay sir, anyone please. So Yokta ma'am, you are the co-host, so please tell me. Please type star hash 07 hash and tell me what are there is a pop-up. What are the information you had? I'm audible or not?
Sir?
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. It is SAR level. And head SAR it approximately 1.35 W per kg.
Okay, and without I am saying your phone, I can tell this is not no standardized phone, right? So this is what is the meaning of SAR? So first write down. Not write down, but first understood. So green communications means we are moving about the green. What are the meaning? So practically, this is the first parameter that is known as SAR. You are not able to see the birds nearby you, especially crow, and many birds you are not able to see. many animals, insects are not able to see. Those are really helpful for our health. Why? This is the first parameter that is known as specific absorption rate. In morning time, when your child just complained you, mom, some itching at my hand, you thought, okay, maybe water is not good, but
Sir,
yeah.
your screen is not visible.
No, I'm just talking, ma'am.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just
Yes.
talking. Yeah. So then I will share my screen. Okay. So okay. So first I'm share my screen, and then I will write something. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So pen. Let us assume that here is your your cell mobile stations where nearby you are there, and your mobile device is here, right? Here is mobile device, and here the path loss will be incorporated. But my question is, what about the SAR? SAR is the direct parameter that influence the green communications. So a specific absorption rate. So a specific absorption rate is decided by in India by TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Limited, right? Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Limited. What is this? They will decide what is the maximum, what is the maximum of SAR limit. What is the maximum SAR limit of your device, right? So if that in India, that is maximum is 1.6 watt per kg, right? 1.6 watt per kg. This is the maximum. The exposure limit use a unit of measurement known as the specific absorption rate, or SAR. The SAR limit for the mobile device is 1.6 watt per kg. This is the maximum, right? And if this value will be higher, that means 1.2, more than 1 is very, very dangerous. And if the value is lower than 1, is good one. So everyone has now the information. So what are the meaning of this? So this is the persons who is and here is the head locations where you want to call, send the information, receive the information. So try, if you want to call long durations, try to use headphones, right? Otherwise this head impact SAR is very, very dangerous for you, right? Because in the real time scenario, if SAR is 0.5, 0.4, 0.6 is better, is far good as compared to this one. So everyone has, I think, verified the SAR level. So that is how this trial level is, this value depends. That it depends on the company. If you have the Apple phones or good quality phones, then they will follow the TRAI or Federal Commission rule, right? FCC rules. But those the company who has they are not followed the TRAI regulations, and they also give the information about the country by country. The different country has different SAR limitations, but in our this is our country limitation. Okay. Now this is the first condition. Second condition is first I will. Okay. Ma'am, anyone can help me because the important is the important part is I want to discuss and then explain everything. Okay. So today's agenda is green communications, and in green communications, first is sector based radio resource allocation. Second one is the novel beam breathing approach, and third one is zonal based green communication, ZB green. But it depends on the time how we can explain, right? So before we proceed further, I will again insert one slide and explain one thing. Okay. So Dhananjay sir, if possible, you will unmute yourself so that I can explain everything with the help of you. Okay. Are you there, sir? So in any wireless communications, there is a one base station, right? Right, and your mobile device, or if they will not able to reach the information, then relay is there. Relay is there. But in the future, there's a very big concept in 5G, that is, instead of Wi-Fi, you will use a small cell access point, SCA, a small cell access point, right? So currently, when you go and want to purchase one mobile, तो आपको बोलेगा सर कि सर you are looking for the 5G mobile. So you thought, okay, this phone is the 5G, but understood this the phone is in the market is basically not supported the 5G. This will support the 5G band. 5G band. So what is the 5G band? तो मैं बताता हूँ one by one. So there is a journey of wireless communication: 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, then 5G, right? So have you thought how this G will come? Why this G? मैं यहाँ पे 6G कर दूँ, 7G कर दूँ. What is the meaning of this G? What is the meaning? So anyone can help? Why the different G is required, right? So 1G, 2G, understood this 950 megahertz or 1800 megahertz, 1800 megahertz. This one 2.2 gigahertz, right? This one currently 2.7 gigahertz to 3400 gigahertz, right? Sorry, 3.4 gigahertz or 2.7 gigahertz to 3.4 gigahertz. And now, the first time in the entire world, I was given the concept of the 5G and proposed the real-time 5G architecture. And the same, what I told in 2013 about the frequency, that is range is 28.6 gigahertz and 750 megahertz is the bandwidth, to 54 gigahertz bandwidth. Or you really surprised, the same band after 10 to 12 years, the same band has deployed in India or across the world. So how I know I am able to predict this? So due to the basic concept. So see here. So initially when FM is there, FM से पहले भी 2 AM, FM, then आपका GSM, right? So here AM is 1.4 1.2 megahertz, then 88 to 108 megahertz, then 950 megahertz to 1800 megahertz, then 2.2 gigahertz, मतलब 2200 megahertz. Then we are moving forward, right? What the 2700 megahertz or 2.7 gigahertz to 3.4 gigahertz. So why this two band is there? So in 4G there are two things, LTE and LTE advanced, right? Or now recently we are using Volt LTE. Anyone can tell me what the Volt LTE or LTE? What is the difference? Anyone please tell me what are the difference between LTE and LTE advanced or LTE and Volt LTE? Naam suna hai anyone? Volt LTE? How I can teach if anyone not respond? So Volt LTE. So let us assume that you want to call WhatsApp call or emo call or any video call. You should require either you can call LTE through some apps like Gmail or like WhatsApp, or many apps is available. But currently there is a one very good IP supports network that is known as Volt LTE. What is the Volt LTE? You can directly call your mom without the help of these apps, right? You can able to directly call. So if anyone have the Volt LTE, आप मोबाइल देखो अपना वहां पे क्या क्या दिखेगा बेटू? करेंटली इन टावर में क्या क्या दिखता है बेटू? एज एच 4G LTE एडवांस और वोल्ट LTE, यही दिखता है। एनीवन प्लीज टेल मी, एनीवन? हेमंत, or please if you have the mobile, please just now observe, either they are showing edge, high speed downlink packet access, 4G, long term evolutions, or volt LTE. So all these is required some apps to call to anyone, but this IP based volt LTE is directly you are able to call. There is no requirement of any apps. So please do today and see what are the advantage. Now see, here is a 1G, here is a 2G, here is a 3G, here is a 4G. What we have observed? What we observed? Frequency is increases. Frequency is increases. So if the frequency is increases from 1G to 5G or beyond 5G, then we know that one relations frequency equal to CY wavelength. So wavelength will be reduced if the frequency will be increases. So wavelength of the signal, that means signal strength, will goes down. So initially what we observed, initially the cell size is very larger. Why? So again I'm going to put other slide, and I want to show. Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to first erase, because I'm as a teacher of only not preferred the PPTs and anything. We are always try to write something, because otherwise I will move 30-40 slides within 2 minutes and 5 minutes. No issue. So see, today all of them who had joined here, please you should learn something today. This is my promise. So here first I delete this one. Okay, now see, now what happened in the last if the frequency is increases, wavelength is decreases, then signal strength goes down. Signal strength goes down. That means initially if the frequency is very small, they can travel very larger. So always there's a concept, frequency increases, attenuation increases. That's why AM, amplitude modulation, or TV stations will broadcast up to 24 kilometers or 30 kilometers, right? In FM 88 megahertz, so still they communicate 20 kilometers. Now in 2G 3G 12 kilometers, in 3G 8 to 10 kilometers, in 4G 4 to 6 kilometers, in 5G 1 kilometer. Understood the concept? So if the frequency increases, attenuation increases. Due to high attenuations, they are not able to, this is the range, right? But initially आप AM सुना होगा, FM सुन रहे होगे, a larger distance can be, you can accommodate larger distance, right? So now showing voltage, long term. Yes. So I am just referred the chat. So if any questions, please write down in the chat so that I can reply, and you are able to understood the basic concept. अपने मोबाइल फोन को अपने पास में रखो, हमसे मोबाइल फोन को देख के मैं बता रहा हूँ what are the real concepts related to this one. So AM very high distance, FM very high distance. In 2G 3G distance will reduce, 3G more reduced, 4G 4 to 6 kilometer only, and then 5G is 1 kilometer only. So if the range is initially here, now range is now this. Initially the population at that time is 100 crores, now 140 crores, right? So users, number of users is increases day by day. Initially the 6 kilometer is the range, but now is the 1 kilometer range. So what happened? The users is highly dense. That's why there is a one concept in 5G that is known as ultra dense network. So 90% people don't know why this alternate network comes. Due to the range, initially the frequency is very low and slowly the frequency is very high. So wavelength is lower, signal strength is lower, accuracy is higher. They will support very lower distance. But user तो उतना ही है. User उतना ही क्या बढ़ गया बेटा user. एक बंदे के पास, if you have the one phone, two SIM. So you observe that there's only one user. No, there are two users because base stations is always search your two SIMs if both are active. Or uplink, downlink is here, uplink, downlink is here, uplink, downlink is here, uplink or downlink is here, right? So this is the problem. Now I will give the real-time examples. What are the disadvantage of how this can be related with the green communication? So आज करना है आप लोग को एक practical. अब आज घर पे जाएंगे आप लोग को practical करना है. क्या करना है? Let us assume that you have the two phones, or one phone is your, or one phone belongs to your sister, and if both the phones are nearby, right? Let's assume you have the two phones or two SIM in the one phone. You just observe that at the night after 12 p.m. आज से 12 से पहले तो कोई सोते नहीं, आज प्रॉब्लम चेंज हो गया है. So 12 p.m. after 12 p.m. still the base station is looking for this downlink message, so that you are able to see the Airtel लिखा हुआ दिखता है आपको या Voltel T, because there is the continuous message has been sent from the base stations to this mobile. So one day you put one single mobile, and please don't call anyone, and just see the observation. 12 to morning 6 a.m. In morning you have done the full charge and observed here 20% power is reduced. Now the 80% only. You thought, "Arey, मैंने तो पूरा full charge किया था." Why this happened? This happened because throughout the night they are looking for the downlink link, right? There is no any demand uplink, but there is a downlink link. Now in the next day you just put two phones nearby, or एक के ऊपर रख दो, and see in the morning after 6 hours you will observe that the power is only 50%. So 30% power is reduced as compared to the previous case. So you thought, why this happened? Because this is, this will be also send the information to this. This will also send the information to this, because here the patch antenna, both the patch antenna will be looking to each other and they will send the information. उससे क्या होगा? So there is an interference, because one information came from here, one from here to there, so interference is there. So due to this interference, now your battery lifetime is reduced. So battery lifetime can enhance with some proposal, and we have proposed a novel approach. I will show in the PPT how we can able to resolve this problem. Okay, so any questions, please put in the chat box, right? Because I already told I don't like the silence in the at the time of learning. Okay, so please, I'm really happy to help you, and so please, anyone have the questions before I erase this PPT, because everything is going to record. You can recall once again, but please ask the questions in practically. Okay, so just remove it, and now I will move to the third case, right? Now see, here is your SNGB college. Let us assume that here is a base station, right? And one Rakesh is here. There is some echo. Here is Suresh, and here is a Wankhare sir, right? So Rakesh, Suresh, and Wankhare sir located at the different positions. Here the base stations has deployed in your SNGB campus, right? Rakesh is in classroom, Pankaj sir in the office, and Suresh in the hostel. So please, आप लोग visualize करते जाओ actual में hostels. Pankaj is in the office. I'm in the classroom. Now see, there are three positions. Here the base stations, they will allocate the path to all the different users, right? So this is, path, and since there is no only one path, आपके SNGB में कुछ ट्री भी होंगे लगे हुए, तो बिल्डिंग्स भी होंगे बेटू. So what happened? क्या करेंगे? कलर चेंज कर लेते हैं. So here's the tree. So they will strike and then move here, or one path is directly, one path is reflected and goes to Bankari sir, and one path is directly, and one path is directly Rakesh has direct path. So there are two paths. This is known as direct path and this is known as indirect path. So if more than one path has incorporated to the users, is known as concept as multi-path. So समझ में आया? Single path, that is the direct path. Life में पूरा याद आना चाहिए. Direct path, those directly coming to this one, and indirect path, one path can become from tree से reflect होके reflection होके और scattering होके आपके पास पहुंचे बेटू, and one path is reflected from your building, right? So these Vankare sir and Suresh sir has received the signal with the direct and indirect. If the two paths will be combined at the same point, is known as multi-path. More than one path is multi-path. And Rakesh only received the direct path. Direct path is always good, no doubt, because there is no attenuation. So multi-path means attenuation is higher. But there is a one concept that is known as constructive interference and destructive interference. There's a two concepts, constructive and destructive. बोलो कि सर क्या है? So let us assume that direct path value is +1 and indirect path is also +1 in this case. Here direct path is always +1, and here due to the building reflection is a -1 the amplitude. Here direct path is 1. So see, here 1 + 1 is 2 and here 1 - 1 is 0. So कोई पूछे, anyone will ask which path is good, direct path or indirect path in the multi-path propagations? So it depends. Please don't tell direct path is better, because here the direct path value is only 1, but here direct path value is 2. So it depends on constructive or destructive interference. If the constructive, then good. If destructive, 0. Or then in the case of direct is okay, right? So hopefully you understood the path loss model, right? So this is the third case. Now I will move towards the fourth case. Okay, and please ask the questions in chat box, please. If anyone have the doubt, please ask the question in chat box, or I will move further. So anyone understood the concept of modulation scheme? Anyone, please tell me. Anyone will understood the concept of the modulation scheme? Because modulation scheme is the very important factor for the wireless communication as well as the for the 5G communication or 4G, any communication, right? So now see, again I'm making one your SNGB college structure. Here is the one Kharisar. Here is Rakesh. Here is Suresh. Right now, this the path loss. Right here, थोड़ा सा मैं इनको थोड़ा सा नजदीक कर देता हूँ. Real time में please we can understood. So here is there is some problem. Okay, no issue. So here is one Kharisar. Now see, This is the base station deployed in your nearby. Base station आपने देखा है किसी ने? Anyone? आप लोगों ने base station देखा है किसी ने? Base station anyone? जिसने base station देखा हो, तो क्या होता है बेटू? In base stations there are different types of antenna. Parabolic reflector. They will serve the long distance user. Parallel reflector. Umbrella pattern. राइट अब ये तीनों कब कब यूज करते हैं मैं रियल टाइम में बताऊंगा, बट यहाँ पे अब देख लेते हैं. हियर द डिस्टेंस इज नियर अबाउट द 200 meters in 5G or any 4G communication. This is the 1 kilometer and this is the 500 meters from the base stations. So base station is here. Wankhare sir is very close to this base stations. Suresh is near about half kilometer and I'm at the far from the base stations. I'm at the approximately 1 kilometer from the base stations. So the question is how modulation scheme will be fit here. So practically आप सब में देखे होंगे कि मैंने बताया था किसी को एज दिखता है, someone is able to see the H, someone is able to see the LTE, someone able to show the volatility, और फ्यूचर में 5G दिखेगा आपको, राइट? हाँ 5G के बारे में मैं फोन के बारे में बता रहा था, बट ठीक है कोई नहीं इंटरेक्शन नहीं किया तो मैं छोड़ दिया. So here see, so here the 200 meters, here the 1 kilometer, here the 500 meters. So here the modulation scheme. Initially the modulation scheme was started from BPSK, then QPSK, then QAM, and now we are only dealing the QAM with a high 16 QAM, then 32 QAM, 64 QAM. We are dealing currently 182 QAM, quadrature amplitude modulations. The question is, which modulation scheme is allocated by the base station to the Wankhare sir? Which one is allocated to the Rakesh sir or Suresh sir? So anyone can have the idea about the modulations, and base stations will be allocate the different modulation scheme, adaptively. That is known as AMC, adaptive modulation and coding. And these days we are dealing with these. And if the lower scheme is there, the lower modulation scheme is there, that will reflect to the E, usse zyada H, usse zyada LT, if very higher than 4G, volt LT. So, but the question is how they have allocated by the base stations. Base stations is nothing, right? You have trained them so that they can allocate. So base station on the random basis, they can able to find the distance of the users. So downlink, they will send the request in uplink, and they on this condition in this process they are able to find the distance. So if the distance is very lower, then higher modulation scheme can be preferred. बोलोगे कैसे सर? What is the judgment of this? इसका लॉजिक क्या है? How I understood कि yes कि longer distance के लिए हमें lower modulation करना है और nearby के लिए higher करना है. How I can able to understood? So see, now you all are able to understood the modulation scheme, right? So IQ phase is there. So here BPSK, one bit is here, one is here, 0 is here, 180 degree. So see, now QPSK में क्या होता है बेटू? What is about the QPSK? 4, 8 QPSK या QAM. Let us say we are at 16 QAM. Is I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. So there's a some I think internet fluctuation. So I'm continue share here and then. Is my screen is visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what happened if BPSK is look like this? Now QPSK, the threshold between the two bits is reduced. In QAM B2, what about the QAM or what is the observation B2? Please tell me, anyone? Distance between the two bits again reduced. Now, if you will put more bits, 32, 64, than 128, so very small, distance between these bits. So here the base stations, right? And if you are here, someone is here, someone is here. So longer distance, if they will travel the longer distance, so noise will be high. Noise will be higher as compared to this and as compared to this. So A, B, C, the three locations. So higher impact at this C point as compared to the B, as compared to A. So which one is the base suitable for higher modulation scheme? Which one? Higher modulation scheme. Which one is better? And which one is the better for the lower modulation scheme? So let us assume that you have the BPSK, you have the QAM, QPSK, and you have the 16 QAM. So which one will be allocated by the base station? Base station hai, right? So Rakesh sir is here, right? Wankhede sir is here, and Suresh sir is here. किसको क्या दोगे? अब बताओ, इतना तो बताओ बेटू आप लोग. Anyone in the chat box, please tell me. 16 QAM is allocated by the base station to home or BPSK to home. Please tell me. Anyone, please, Betu? So, longer distance, higher chance of the noise. So, noise is higher. If noise will be higher, in this case, lower modulation, it will not impact such more. Here also can be tolerable. But here, higher modulation, ye to kya hoga, Betu? If the noise is here, then we know that signal to noise ratio. So we know that one concept is signal to noise plus interference, right? So if noise is higher, signal to noise will be chance to less than 1, right? And we know that the capacity is B log base 2 1 plus SNR, right? So capacity will be reduced. But in the case of 5G, we know that in the case of 5G, we are looking for the higher data rate, right? So if the SNR is lower, and noise is higher, SNR is lower, so your capacity will be decreased. So which modulation scheme allocated by the patient to Rakesh? So this position is very larger or higher. So we'll provide BPSK to Rakesh.
BPSK.
Yes, and for middle person, ma'am, QPSK.
QPSK.
And those who's very near to base stations,
16
that is
QAM.
16 QAM.
16 QAM.
तो आपने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा मैम कभी भी कि जब आप बेस स्टेशन के बहुत नजदीक होते हैं, you are able to see the volt LTE अभी currently. Otherwise LTE और नेटवर्क खराब होगा बेटू HSDPA और खराब होगा बेटू तो age. What is this? This is automatically adaptive modulation scheme पे depend करता है, because if volt LTE, that means very higher data rate you are able to send or you are able to call to anyone, right? Otherwise you are not able to call directly without any apps. So higher data is required, and that data is can be fulfilled by the help of this, by the help of this only. Otherwise we are not able to control. Now fifth case, hopefully you understood the modulation scheme. And last case study, otherwise after 15 minutes, I should be asked the question, and they will ask you the questions so that we can proceed further. Otherwise, I will not proceed further. Now, one important factor after modulation scheme is beam forming. beamforming for the 5G networks. So we have done this, practically and implemented in our, real-time case study. So again, I will, teach with those mathematical analysis or real-time analysis. So let us assume that this is your SNGB campus, right? I will divide it into 3 sectors. This is the hostel section. This is your one junction point where the student will lecture theater hall. This is the hostel area, and this is canteen area, and here is the base stations, right? So now the currently before 2018 we are using the omnidirectional. Omnidirectional means they will radiate in all the directions uniformly, right? But after the development of MIMO, what are the concept of MIMO? So see, let us assume that in this hello, please unmute. So here is the input, here is the output. Can you mute? Am I audible? Yes. So please please let me know that any problem, so that I can conclude between them before proceed further. Okay, so here how the MIMO system is there. Let us assume that R and S is playing the game and throw the ball towards S, and T will interfere the ball. So the ball will initially deliver to the S, but after the T interference, they will not deliver. So what happened? Let us assume that we can put, instead of one transmitter and one receiver, this means single input and single output. That means single input, single output. That system is SISO, single input, single output, right? Here, the system is multiple input and multiple output. What the advantage of this? So if there is an interference between this, they can transmit here, or this can transmit here, right? So interference can be minimized through the multiple input, multiple output system, and this will happen in a space. So and there is a diversity. There's a diversity is known as space diversity. What is the benefit of this? Benefit is degree of freedom. Degree of freedom means पहले क्या था बेटू, R will only send the information to S in only one way, but T will interfere, the information will not receive to the S. But here, if the MIMO system, here is single input, single output. That's why the name is SISO, SISO. But here multiple input and multiple output. So that's why system name is MIMO. So MIMO, what is the advantage? They can send the information with a cross, right? There is an interference, they will send the information to this side, because multiple output, multiple inputs, they can send the information to this. This is known as degree of freedom. So here, that is really important. So base station is here, and students of the SNGB is different location, hostel here, and this one. This is the last case study. Then I will conclude. Now, here the users lectures time in the daytime. Lectures is there. In the evening, these users will move from here to here, from A location to B locations. So before 2020, they will always radiate in omnidirections. But now these days, there is a directional antenna. Directional antenna. What are the advantage? You can put, if the user is very larger in here, you can move the directions this way. If user move in now you can move from here to here. Right. So this movement of the
Sir, your voice is not clear.
antenna is known as directional antenna. So what are the
Please wait. Sir has disconnected from meeting. Just wait for 2 minutes. There is a network problem.
Is I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, my I think tab. If the users is, we can able to use the directional antenna, and there's a two different approach of the internet connectivity. Can Is I audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Is I
sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. Really sorry, participant. Due to some internet problem, my tab is able to relocate. So the is one example. You all are watching live match in one stadium, right? And a lot of public is watching, doing the recording, and take the thought how they can process, because the one particular area that is known of the 5G, that is the ultra amount of data is required in the particular in one stadium. The beam of the base is to support the large amount, one beam, right? We can merge more than one beam. So we can serve large enough users. 100 users, 200 users at the same is very difficult for the 4G. And then 5G, we will use the beam merging phenomena, right? So आपने कभी देखा होगा real time examples में जो कहीं पे बेंडिंग करता है ना, तो क्या करता हूँ, जब स्लो बेंडिंग करना रहता है ना, आपको दिखेगा वो एरिया वॉल्यूम बहुत बड़ा दिखेगा, रेंज इज हायर, सो दे विल सर्व द यूजर्स एट द पी and the beam will be reduced. But when they will increase, serve the users at the nearby, they will increase the size of the beam, right? That
On ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. If you have some issues related to the internet, we can conclude the session.
नेटवर्क इश्यू आहे त्यांच्या एंडला विषय.
Hello, madam, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dear participants, we are really sorry. There is some network issue at the side of Dr. Jha sir. So we need to conclude. There is some network issue on his side. So we have to cut short this session due to the reason. So on behalf of SNJB's College of Engineering, Chandwad, hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry for the interruption. On behalf of SNJP's College of Engineering, Sandwad and IEI, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Rakesh Jha sir for this wonderful and informative session. I'm sure that the students and the staff has gained a new concept and information from this session. Once again, thank you so much, sir. But with the permission of Kokate sir and Agarwal sir, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, hello.